Welcome back, Spartans, to 2022. We have a new year and new virus mutations. So, this is just a quick update on our response on how we can be as safe as possible given the spread of a massively infectious version of COVID. So, first up, eat outside and take your mask breaks outdoors. That's going to be far safer than unmasking indoors. If you have a cloth mask, it's best to upgrade to an N95 or KN95, which provide much more protection. And continue or start, please, the habit of taking a COVID test at least every 2 weeks. If you need help getting masks or locating testing, please let me know. We do really want to keep schools open and keep everyone healthy, so please do all you can to help reduce the spread. For many of us, that includes vaccination. I was vaccinated for COVID as soon as I was able, and I got the booster, and I'm up to date on all these other wonderful vaccines as well, because vaccination remains among the best ways to keep yourself and your family and your community safe. So please talk with your doctor about staying current on your vaccines. California plans to require high school students get vaccinated against coronavirus by fall of this year. But if you can get it earlier, it will provide more protection for yourself and your community. What we're seeing now is the Omicron variant, and unfortunately, it is very infectious. People with Omicron typically pass it on to 3 to 5 other people, and those 3 to 5 people pass it on to 3 to 5 more people. So that's why we're seeing this just dramatic increase in new cases. It's a vertical line to the point where the United States is now experiencing more COVID cases than at any other time in the pandemic. So there's a very high risk of transmission without masks indoors. Based on local numbers, the chances are more likely than not that there's someone in the library bringing COVID with them at lunch every day. So it's very important to take any precautions we can. Within the library, masks need to be on at all times if you're standing or walking around. Again, outdoor eating is safest, but if you do choose to eat or drink in the library, you can take on that risk for yourself by sitting down. If you're seated, then other students can avoid coming close to you, whereas if you're walking around without a mask, you're taking away the option for other people to limit their exposure. So do sit down to eat, and even when seated, lower your mask as little as possible and mask up as much as possible. Also, avoid items that require longer mask breaks like lollipops. These should be eaten outside the library. Last semester, you were amazing. There were very few issues, but I did have to start referrals, and I will be continuing those and applying them consistently. If you are not complying with mask requirements, then you'll be offered a reminder. You can then mask correctly or leave the library. But if you choose to stay and violate mask rules again, there will be a disciplinary referral. If you get 2 referrals in the library for masks, you will no longer be welcome to eat inside and will need to keep your mask on at all times. And additional referrals will result in limited library access because everyone's safety is dependent on everyone else at this point. So please do everything you can to keep yourself and everyone around you safe, and we can all continue to enjoy the space together. I know it's exhausting and we've been doing this forever and don't want to deal with it anymore, but it is a very serious time in the pandemic. And please do take precautions, take it seriously. As contagious as it is, there are some early signs this is not causing as much severe illness as other variants, but some people are still dying from it. Some schools are closing or going virtual. Some hospitals are overwhelmed and having to decide who to give care to. Probably we will all be okay, but there is a lot of risk right now. So please do get tested, keep your mask on, and let's all stay safe.